Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome to episode number 10 in my Climbing to 1700 series on Chess.com Rapid. Last episode, we walked away with two nice wins. Hopefully, we can continue that streak today with a good win, making it 3 games straight. We broke past the 1600 rating barrier once again. We climbed ourselves out of the hole that I dug myself into, so now we're back. Hopefully, we never dip back down in 1500 and, never look back at that rating range again. So let's continue that with a win. 1575 out of the USA. I will start with pawn to e4. Hopefully, we can get a nice scotch. All right. We get a Sicilian defense. As you all know, I love playing the Mangrini, which comes after the move pawn to a3, setting up the move pawn to b4, also known as the delayed wing gambit. And knight to c6 is the move we want them to play, because after b4, if they capture, we will take back, the knight will take, and now we can push c3 and look to get a really good center with tempo on the knight. And the game can just be very tricky from there and hard for black to deal with. I saw this opening about a year ago on Chess Centurion's YouTube channel. Shout out him. I would recommend to check him out. He has a very good videos. But yeah, I saw it from him, and I've just kind of played it ever since. So, unfortunately, he doesn't take. He pushes up to b6. So, here we have some options. We can just develop with, like, bishop to b2. We can get our knight out to f3. I like to push up to b5, immediately hitting the knight, taking advantage of our advanced b pawn. And, this pawn can easily be supported, too. We have the a pawn that can come up, the c pawn that can come up, the bishop's covering it, too. A trap that they might fall into is if they go knight to d4. If we want, we can push. And then sometimes they capture the pawn, not realizing that the bishop covers. So we've seen knight to e5. So once again, we have a few options here. We can just continue our development, or we can also play the move f4, which I kind of like, and it kind of transposes into a sort of like Grand Prix setup with the move f4. We immediately, once again, take advantage of the awkwardly placed knight. The knight has moved 1, 2, and now 3 times straight off the opening. And we just have good center control and a pretty good b pawn, which will make development probably pretty annoying for black. So he drops back to g6, hitting our f pawn. This is currently a threat that we should deal with. We also could maybe just let him have the pawn. This might be a bad move, but if we go like bishop to c4, if he takes, maybe we can try and get a move like, I don't know, like d4 in, hitting the bishop, hitting the knight, and I don't know if that would be a good move or not. Let's see, if we like get the bishop out, if we let him take, we push, taking advantage of the center, and we get better development. If the knight, where's the knight gonna go? Like, right here? And then, we can push. And, that's looking kind of bad for the knight. This might be really unsound, but I'm going to try it. This could be a totally awful move. Like, I could just be giving him a pawn for absolutely no compensation, but, I'm going to try it. Okay, so he doesn't even take. He doesn't want to go and do any of those lines. Now the queen can come out and check us. That's not really a problem. We could continue to, I guess, maybe gambit the pawn, but now it wouldn't be as strong because it would have a defender. So we could push, and where's the knight going to go? I guess here, and that would be a pretty annoying outpost. So I don't know if I want to deal with that. He is threatening to win it. That's the only issue. Like, after we push, he can still win it. So if we take, he captures back. Now our knight is hit, and that doesn't look too great. That does not look too great at all. So I might try to push. Knight has to come back. If the knight comes to h4, it's trapped after a move of g3. The knight has no squares to go to, and the saying, Knights on the rim are dim, really comes to life there. So he decides to go for queen to h4 check. I guess I'll push up to g3, and now he can come in with the move of knight to f4. I don't think that's really an issue right now. Yeah, I mean, the knight's hit, the queen is hit. Oh, I'm sorry, he can't do that because then obviously he would hang the queen. Yeah, I think he met. Oh, wait, I totally missed that move. That was so bad. Oops. Well, that was really bad on my end. Yeah, I totally missed that move for some reason. Wow, that was bad. So, I mean, Yeah, what do we even want to do here? I don't know. This is a terrible position. If we go the queen here, he takes. We take. Check. Now we have to come back with the queen. That's bad. If we go like maybe queen to e2. Not queen to e2. I already said that. Maybe bishop to e2. And then if he takes. Maybe we could go here or something. I think queen here is the answer. Yeah. Keeping our bishop in the game. After queen takes, maybe queen to f2, holding onto the knight, holding onto the pawn, and then yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. I've never gone into the opening in the main greenie losing like this before. This is really bad, but we can still offer some counterplay, I guess. Maybe like, I mean, queen to e3 looks good. I mean, we give him this, but then we can take. And then, I mean, we at least threaten to go here, possibly. Yeah, I don't know. We got to make a move either way. Because if we go here, we give him queen check. So I'll just go here, I guess. And I think we're just completely a rook down, you know. We blunder, that's what we like to do, you know. That's in my nature, I like to blunder, so, you know, but all right, maybe we have some hopes to like get a fork, like trap the queen. We can go like knight to c3 maybe and get like bishop here. The only issue is he can take now, so that kind of sucks. But we still can offer some counterplay, no doubt. Like, if we can win back the knight, maybe it won't be like completely over. Okay, so I'll just get my knight out, I guess. Hopefully look to get this. The only problem is the knight now covers. That's annoying. We could always go like king to f1 maybe. Just looking to defend our knight so our queen is not stuck. Because, I mean, his development is awkward. That's no doubt about that. Yeah, now, I mean, it's defended twice. Yeah, knight here might be an issue. That's going to be annoying. If we go like here. Yeah, this is a absolutely awful position. I guess we can just fianchetto the bishop. That seems like our best bet. Yeah, I mean, that seems like our best bet. We can look to castle queenside. And then this bishop could be good on this diagonal. I mean, we are down a rook and a pawn. That's absolutely terrible. But, I mean, we still have some counterplay. I mean, look at all the pieces we still have. And I mean, his queen is kind of awkward. I mean, his queen can just take the spawn anytime, so that's not really anything. But I mean, I guess like we better development and stuff. I mean, I think I'm just gonna castle like queenside just to break the pin and stuff. Yeah, that seems like the best move. Now, like we can go here, and that hits the queen defending this. Well, we can't do that actually because the bishop comes out now. But we can always take if we want. Maybe we should have taken before. Now we can though actually because the rook covers the knight. So, like I said, this position isn't completely over, which is good. I mean, it's gonna take a miracle and a half to actually like win this, but we can do something for sure. So he pushes. That's a scary move. I mean, if we drop back, he gets this. We might be sacking more material. Very well might. Okay, so he ended up having to go, so I just resigned. He asked me out of respect. I kind of did because I would not like to have if I was in his position. So quick game review. I played with amazing 65.6 accuracy, absolute Magnus Carlsen. What a game! 2 blunders straight out of the opening. True absolute perfection. Okay, so we push. Yeah, knight to e5 in accuracy, and okay, so yes. Going here was a bad move, and I mean, I'm not totally mad at this loss, because I mean, I experimented some stuff, just tried some stuff out. I guess going g3 is the best, getting the bishop out, and that's the best move. But, I mean, I'm not familiar with this position, so just kind of experiment stuff, and we can learn from this, and now we know that bishop to c4 absolutely sucks. So, yeah, e5, we pushed, we gave him that. Yeah, if I would have seen... This is just basic elementary stuff. I'm really surprised that I missed that. I guess I was too hyper-focused on... I don't know what, but sliding the king over. And even now, this is just a crap... This is just a... Excuse me. This is just a bad position. I mean, yeah, this is just bad. But, I mean, this is a good learning game. Because... the only lines that I know in the Mangherini is the trap line, which, to show you real quick, if he takes, we capture back, we get c3 in, push up, and we just take space in the center. If they go d5, we take, queen captures back. Then after like knight to a3, if he plays a move like, I don't know, like e6 or knight comes out, which are the most common moves. Like, no one plays queen to a5, even though that's the best move. I've never seen that move once. We can go knight to b5, and now this threat is so strong. If, like, the queen comes out, we can now, like, push up, because after takes, we can sacrifice, yada, yada, yada. A lot of really good stuff can come out of this position. It's a really nice trap. So, yeah, that was a tough game. Couldn't get the win, unfortunately, but maybe I'll just play like a blitz game to hopefully get a game back, because I don't know if I'm going to play a full rapid game. Actually, no, you know what? I will. I'll play another rapid game. Hopefully we can get a win. Okay. We get the white pieces again. I'll go knight to f3, the ready opening. This is a new opening that I've discovered, and... Okay, so he gets knight f6 out. I really wish he would have played like d5. I'm not too sure what to play here. I mean, literally, like, I can go and do pretty much anything besides the e4. So, I kind of like the Nimzo Larsen variation out of after pawn to b3. Because now, like, it's kind of like a Fianchetto battle, like an opposite side Fianchetto battle. And this can lead to a pretty interesting game. We get pawn to e3. Whenever the knight comes out, we can go here, bishop to b5 pinning, get a push in, and we can just take a lot of space in the center pretty quickly. So yeah, knight will come out. So he doesn't go for knight out yet. So I guess I'll just push, take more space. By the way, pushing and getting the knight out this way was probably better, and then going for this, but... I mean, this is still fine, but just letting you know that's probably the better option. So he's really stubborn about not getting the knight out yet. So I guess I'll just develop to like d3. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. I don't need to pin. I mean, we already have d4 anyways, so it's fine. All right, castling now. He will probably push. Yeah, now I kind of have to take, because if I push, he gets this. And then after takes, I'm just down. So we have to take, unfortunately. And I don't think I can hop the knight in. I could go here, maybe. That might be a good move. I mean, we have to address this somehow, this threat. I mean, knight here stops it after takes. I mean, he can push. And then that's kind of looking bad for us. So maybe I can go like knight to e2. I don't know. Pushing up's probably the answer, actually. Yeah. Because this is good, because now he has this pawn on the dark square, and this bishop can open up and maybe do a good job of attacking it, possibly. Because the difference is, I have a dark squared fianchettoed bishop that'll stare at it. He does not. He doesn't have a fianchettoed bishop right here. So that's pretty nice. Pawn to c6. Main idea of this is to stop my knight from coming in. Very textbook move. That's pretty commonly you will see that in like the King's Indian and stuff. So here, I guess I'll just get my queen out. Again, developing moves. I can get the rooks in, throw them in the center, get the knight, move the knight maybe, and then look to open up, the dark squared bishop. I mean, this pawn is going to be defended really well, but I mean, I can open up for sure and just become a great attacking. The dark squared bishop can become a very good attacking piece in this game. So knight here. I don't even think I really want to worry about moving this, because after like takes queen trade, I mean, I don't really want to go into that. He can also always push. So I'm just going to go knight to e2. Reason being, of course, I'm going to... Hold on, wait, let me make sure real quick. If he takes, we take. Okay, the queen's defended, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're good. Never mind. Okay, so if he takes here, yes, we are giving up our bishop here, but then we can at least take back with this pawn. And now, I mean, we have an extra center pawn, and we can use this to, like, act as a semi-open file for us. So that's pretty ideal, I would say. Yeah, I mean, now this is just defended. Again, there's no sacrifice, because after we take, the knight covers the queen. If my knight was, like, on g3, for example, not g3, if my knight was on, like, e3, for example, he could sacrifice the knight, and I couldn't take back, because then my queen would hang. But good thing that's not the case. Okay, so he drops back, locking down on this pawn. So we could go for, like, a pawn break, but that would be pretty premature, because that would hang this pawn, so let's not do that right now. So I'm thinking of a way, how can I attack this pawn? I don't see an immediate way, which there probably is not an immediate way. That's the only thing. Yeah, like the queen comes in, that comes a trade. I mean, he can always push f6 too, but that would be good for us because that would block out his bishop. So, I mean, knight to g3 might be the answer, or just getting my rooks in the game. Yeah, might as well do that. Rook e4. So we see knight to c5 now. I mean, I feel like this allows us to just play like rook to c1. And now we hit the knight, and maybe we can look to even come into c5, hitting the pawn even more. So I'm going to try that. Actually, this pawn is hanging, so I do not want to do that. So I guess I'll just play like, rook to d1. Again, just defending more pieces. And he actually is threatening to, never mind. My knight literally covers my queen. I don't even know why that is continuing to go in my mind. So bishop to g4, finally developing the bishop. So I guess, I mean, I don't know if I really want to let him double up the pawns. And I guess I could go like queen to e3 maybe. Hitting the knight. That might be the way. That might be the plan. Yeah, I think that's a good move. No bishop here, because we can take. Do have to be mindful of that, though, because that would be pretty dangerous. Okay, unfortunately, this person's like 100 points lower than me, so that's really annoying, actually, but it's fine. Oh, wow, he just completely hung his knight. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I'm pretty sure he just hung his knight completely. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. I don't see anything at the moment. I mean, he can take doubling up my pawns, but so what? I mean, I'm fine. There's no queen check. Even if there was, my knight could come in, and I'm doing pretty good. So this pawn is almost hanging, but not quite. So, I mean, I could just go back to e3, but I kind of like a move like c2. Then again, though, like, I want to pile up pressure here, but I mean, a simple c5 is just going to defend, and I also want to have support here, so I'm just going to go back here. You know, keeping my queen ultra flexible, so we see, I guess, queen to h3, and now I really like knight to g3. I can now go here, I can look to push, and now my queen could maybe get in easy way. I mean, he doesn't really have a threat right now. I want to push right now, but that hangs. So I'll just go here. And I guess he can try and push the h-pawn, but he doesn't really have much right now. So it's looking pretty good for us. Or maybe... Yeah. Maybe I just go like queen here and like to come in this way. That might be the way too. Because again, this queen here, it looks scary, but it's not threatening anything. So I think queen here and then maybe coming back to g3. Again, just the main idea of looking to trade off the queens. Wait, then we hang this. We don't want to do that. So maybe knight to g3, I think. Yes, that looks good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I want to play that. I just want to make sure that I'm not really missing anything. Because after, like, h5, knight to e3, h5, like, queen here, I guess. He pushes. Then the f-pawn hangs. Okay, I gotta make a decision, one way or another. Maybe we sack this pawn. Like, and be happy with a knight for 2 pawns. Or knight out this way and then look to push. Yeah. Okay, I think this is good. This seems like a strong... Oh, wait, he is threatening bishop here now. Oh, jeez. I'm just seeing things all of a sudden. So... Alright, I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, I just saw that the annoying, pesky bishop is now defended. So, okay, queen to g3 now. Looking to trade off the queens. Yes, I am sacrificing a pawn, but... I mean, I'm fine with that. It's a bad doubled pawn, and I'll be happy with, you know, a knight for 2 pawns. I'm happy about that. So yeah, queen here looks pretty good. Again, applying just good pressure here as well, defending the pawn. Well, it was already defended by the rook, but, you know, now I can push, maybe. If he takes, we take, we hit the queen, and then that would simplify the position, but now we have... I guess this pawn is fine. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Because if he does nothing, we're just going to take, and then we'll win the pawn. Because the rook comes first, then we would take, and after all trades, I mean, we're just winning even more up a full rook that way. Okay, so we're down a whopping 7 minutes. That's pretty tough, but, I mean, I still think we're doing fine. Okay, take back with the bishop. Yep. Now we're going to trade down. Getting rid of the most dangerous weapon for black. One of, at least. All right, there we go. Trade down. And I guess I can just get my knight out this way. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Knight comes out this way. I mean, it's defended twice now. And knight's in a better spot. The rooks are now opened. Queen to d6 is looking pretty good. Okay, he goes there, looking to, interesting. That would, okay, I guess I'll trade. Yeah, I guess I'll trade. I want to go here, but he can take, and then that would drop this pawn. So maybe I go like queen to e3, and then set it up, preventing rook to d2. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. If he goes there. All right, let's do that. Queen to h4, not a problem. If I go rook here, takes, check. I guess we can maybe shimmy over, check. He can't do that because of our queen. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. Okay, so he goes there instead, hitting the knight that's already defended. So I'll just take, I guess. Or is there something better? I mean, pushing. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. I mean, just taking good center space now. Yeah, it's not even like he's attacking this. And then if the queen falls back here, we can just push again. And then now the knight could come in this way. Yeah. Okay. And then this would be an incredible outpost if we get that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah, that looks really good. Push up. If he responds with like F, whatever, we can just take and then trade down the queens. Because after here, takes, check, he'd have to take back, and then queen to e5 does trade off the queens. All right. I mean, yeah, knight to e3, e4, and then d6 would be really darn nasty. So, okay. Knight to e4, right? I mean, he's not threatening anything with the queen right now. Yeah. Okay, we go there. I guess I'll block. And then trade down. If he goes like here, we can reply with rook to e2. No, wait, it's blocked, so never mind. Now I think we can just go here, hitting the queen, and now the rook is blocked off, and this is a monstrous knight. I mean, this knight is unbelievably incredible. I mean, I cannot ask for a better knight in this position. Okay, so there. I guess I'll just go queen here. Yep. Again, main goal just to trade off the queens. That is the main idea. And now, where is the queen going to go? I guess there. Now we can go here, right? And I feel like we're just going to continue to maybe bully the queen. I mean, here now. Yep, that looks great. He goes there. I'll just go here, just continue to attack the queen until maybe we can force it to be traded off, hopefully. I don't think that's going to happen, but hopefully it will. Okay, I mean, yeah, this knight is so good. It's so good. We just have to make sure it stays supported. I mean, covering this e4 square is super good. Okay, so I guess I'll just go here now. If the queen like goes like here, we have this check. Oh wait, that is a check. Darn, that's annoying. Well, maybe we can like run with our piece. Okay, so no, he goes there. And yeah, what do we I guess we can take. Yeah, we can just take. And now we're up just a full knight. And I mean this knight is just so good. And queen to b7 is coming. And okay, so he goes there looking to check us. I guess I can just go here, or I could just go here. No, wait, that is hanging, so I do not want to do that. I guess I'll just go maybe... Is rook to d4 a good move? I guess queen to f3. Queen to f3. Yeah, I don't know if that was the way, because we kind of just undeveloped our queen, but I think it's fine. Because now we can threaten like queen to g3, maybe come in this way now, and that would be insanely strong because the f6 square is supported. Okay, queen to e7. So okay. Gotta go fast. Oh, now we can play the... Oh, no, we can't because the stupid rook isn't defended. I guess I'll just go here and look to come in this way. I was going to go here, but he can take, and I can't take back because the stupid rook isn't defended. That's so annoying. Maybe I can just work to get my king in or something. That's annoying. That would have been a killer move because the queen would have to go here because if the queen leaves, then we get this. Okay, down to 18 seconds. I'll just go here now. And, I mean, if he doesn't trade, I'm going to get in this way, and that cannot be good for black. Okay, how do we... I think I'll just go king to f2, looking to go here, defending the rook so my knight can move. Okay. Maybe rook to g here. Okay. Yeah, how do we get a piece in? Okay. We could... I don't want to push yet. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we should have kept our rook here and then gone, like... Again, we should have stuck to the plan of going king to e2. Darn. Okay, so he's going to check. So... I guess I'll just go here. Alright, I'm running up. Alright, we go there. He checks. Bang. Okay, I'm coming down. I hope he's not gonna, like, somehow draw by checks or something. That would suck. Now I don't think he has any checks. He's all out of checks. He can't check here. Great. Great. Now I'm gonna maybe try and get my queen in for extra support. So, I mean... Queen here now. And there's, again, no checks. And I think that the queen is almost forced to be traded off. Okay, I'll go there, defending the pawn. Opening up with the rook. Okay, I'll go here. Oh, I don't want to give this with a check. Ooh, now we can get this check. King there. Now what? Okay, let's go there. Looking to come in here now. Okay, if we check, he takes, we check, bang, we can go there. And then I think we're golden. Maybe. It is a knight for 2 pawns. That might be tough with the time we have. We could go here. Maybe. And then we hang, and then maybe we can play rook to d2 if a check comes. Or trading off the queens might just be the way too. Oh, wait, after this check, he can't take because of the knight covering. That is huge. Okay, so we keep a pawn. That is ginormous. Wow. Okay, so we keep that pawn. Sure, it's pretty weak, but that's at least good. All right, check. Pre-move. Or do we... Yeah, okay, pre-move. I mean, he has to take, so that's just an easy pre-move. Okay, well, there's a free queen. Wow, okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I guess check here now, and this is just a good win for us. Check. We had a free rook, but, I mean, we've mate somewhere, I'm sure. There we go. Okay, we got a win back. I was only going to play 1 game today, but I guess playing 2 games paid off, and that was a crazy game. What the heck? Wow. All right. Once again, I made that like 10 times more stressful than it should have been. If I just moved faster in the opening, then that would have been a much easier win because I wouldn't have been like sub 1 minute in the end game there. Okay, so I played with 82.7. Opponent played with 75.4. So, again, still stuff to improve on, but much better than last game. I mean, the bar was set incredibly low, so... Hey, we got a game back, played much better, and I mean that first game, that'll be a great like learning thing. So hopefully that never happens again. Okay, so I went into the Nimzo Larsen. I've only played this opening variation like twice, so this was very new territory for me. So I guess, yeah, like I said, going knight here wasn't the best. Pushing up knight to d2, so I have the c pawn that is nice and free. Going knight to c3 was not the best idea. Still fine, but I mean, it just black's now at point 4. That is not ideal straight out of the opening. But now the eval bar is back to equal. We took pretty normal moves. I guess knight to e2 was a mistake. My worst move of the game apparently, because that just gives away a free pawn. Because after he takes here, I guess. Trade. And yeah, now we're just down a full pawn. So, okay, that was a bad move. I did miss that. Luckily, he missed it too. So, ended up working out well for us. So, just inaccuracy central here. Just playing a bunch of not great moves. Queen to here was the play, hitting the knight. Yeah, and kind of just getting away from this pin, getting away from this bishop. So that makes total sense. But we went with rook to d1, the far worse move. You know, like I said, that's what we do. We blunder like that, just like this guy did right here. Just picked up a free knight, free real estate, easy money for us. Captured back. I mean, you doubled our pawns, but in return for a knight, I would say that's winning for us. And then he kicked us, no problem. Queen to g5 was a good move, so time well spent there. What was the other move? I was considering knight to g3. Another good move. Okay, so the 2 moves I was going to play, they were both solid moves. And yeah, giving away a pawn for getting rid of our doubled pawns and that queen activity, I would say, was far worth it. And then we traded down. And then we got this absolute monster knight. This knight was so good. I mean, cutting off the rook activity was just about everything. I mean, that was huge. And then we got that pawn. And the queen, oh my goodness, how did I miss that? Wait, oh wow. Well, I mean, I was at 20 seconds, that's why. But if he takes, we win the queen. And then if he captures, then we win this. We would take with the rook, but, you know. Wow. If I had more time, I hope I would have found that, but it stinks. Okay. His queen got free, and that got kind of scary for a minute, because not because of any checkmating threats, just because of potential drawing opportunities. So queen here, and now he doesn't really have all that many checks. I mean, he can go here, I guess, but that's interesting. Yeah, queen, just a lot of inaccuracies. I guess pushing up was the move. If he takes, we get a check here, and now his king side is ripped open. So that's pretty good. Yeah, moving the king down, defending the pawn. I guess king here wasn't good because, oh my goodness, I gave him the queen. Wow. Jeez, oh peas. Dude, I gave him the queen. And then takes, I assume we take with the knight? No, we take with the pawn. And then we're still up 3.8 just because of how strong this pawn is. Wow. I wouldn't, if I was in that position, I would not have guessed that I was up 3.8. Sack, take the queen. Wait. It just said the best move was to take the queen, but now it's saying that it's a blunder. Maybe I'm just reading that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's saying that we take. That's interesting. Sometimes the eval bar just has me second guessing myself. That's kind of funny. So yeah, he blundered that. I mean, if he would have taken, we would have captured back. Queen has to drop back, and now it's a knight for 2 pawns. And I mean, rook to e7, absolutely crushing. Sure, we have these bad pawns, but that does not matter really at all. A knight is worth way more than a pawn in this situation. But he didn't do that, and he was very great, nice, and he did a good deed by just giving me his queen for free, and that helped me earn the win much easier. So I appreciate him for doing that. So we got a game back, went 1-1. Unfortunately, we are back in 1500, but I mean, one more win will get us out. So yeah, not too bad overall. Thank you all once again so much for watching. I'll see you all next video. Have a good day.